going to show you how to make a simple chicken recipe. This is very common here in the Visayas. We call this chicken halang halang. We make use of the bony part of the chicken. This is very common if you go to carenderias. This is very tasty. Let's get started. For the ingredients, you need 1/3 cup of oil, 1 head of chopped garlic, 2 onions sliced, 1/4 cup of ginger sliced into strips, 4 pieces of the native bell pepper, which we call atsal, 10 pieces of sili espada, you slice them. Then for the hot chili, you need about 8 to 10 pieces, depends on how spicy you want it. And you need sayote, 2 pieces sliced, 1/4 cup of patis or fish sauce, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of white or black pepper, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon of vetsin, optional, 2 kilos of chicken you cut up, then 2 cups of water or enough to cook the chicken. You heat the pan and then put in the oil. Then you have garlic. Chicken halang halang is a very easy and tasty recipe. This is common in the carenderias, as I mentioned earlier, because they use up the backbone of the chicken, which they can buy very cheap. And to make it tasty, then they came up with this recipe. This is very common, as I said, here in the Visayas. Then you add in onions, ginger, and then we're going to use bell pepper. Well, this is not a bell pepper. We're going to use red pepper, the native one, which we call atsal, because the red bell pepper are expensive. Okay? And then we're going to use the sili espada. This is how it looks like before it's sliced. About 10 pieces. This is very slightly spicy only. Some make the chicken halang halang by pan frying the chicken first before they saute the spices. You can also do that. The reason they do that is to take out the langsa from the chicken, but I have a tip for that. And then we're going to add in the chicken. I have someone here who's helping me cook this one. Okay, this is a trick which I learned from my staff. To take out the langsa from the backbone, if you're using the backbone or the chicken, you add vinegar. Not too much, just enough to take out the langsa, but not enough that you will get the prominent flavor of the vinegar. This one is what I do instead of pan frying the chicken first. Before we add the seasoning, we make sure that the chicken changes color before we add the other seasoning. Okay, now we're going to cover this until the chicken changes color. Okay, let's take out the cover. See the chicken does not look as raw now. So we're going to add in patis. Patis is fish sauce. Okay, you can put also. This is 1/4 cup, so you can put 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of patis. You need the soy sauce if you want the color to be dark. Okay. Okay, I will add 3 tablespoons first, and then we'll taste this, because different brands of patis, they have different level of saltiness. Then you have pepper. And then here, this is the small chilies. I only put 7 pieces. But the amount of sili that you add depends on how hot you want your dish to be. You know, in the Visayas, when we say halang halang, it means it's spicy, but it's not very spicy, okay? Because if it's very spicy, they call it halang. If it's halang halang, it means it's not very spicy. Okay? If you'll notice, it's a little pale. So if you want more color, then you add soy sauce. That's why I added only 3. Because if I find it too pale, then I will add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Alright? I'm going to add 1 tablespoon soy sauce for color lang. Okay? But if you only have patis, it's also fine. Okay? And then, if you want to add a little salt later, you add it after the chicken is tender. You will see we use the back portion or the bony portion of the chicken. Then we'll cover again for about maybe 10 minutes. We will add water to cook the chicken. Okay, initially I told you 2 cups, but since the chicken is frozen, you will notice if your chicken came from the freezer, there's more liquid. So we will just put 1 cup instead of 2 cups. Unless you want it a little bit more runny. But for now, we will just adding 1 cup. Okay, because there's already enough liquid. So let's cover this 10 minutes. I will add 1/2 teaspoon salt. Okay. And then, at this point, if you think it's flavorful enough and you don't need vetsin, you don't need to put the vetsin. Okay? And then we will put in the sayote. This is an everyday dish which I'm sure you will enjoy. Of course, if you don't want to use the bony part of the chicken, it's alright. You can put chicken thighs. You can cut it into bigger pieces. But traditionally, this is cut up in small pieces. Alright? After you add the sayote, we cover this, cook this for 5 minutes, okay, or until the sayote is cooked. By the way, I added 1/2 teaspoon salt, but if you want to add just 1/4 teaspoon salt, it's fine. Salt is just to taste. I have many recipes to share with you. If you're interested, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be alerted when a new video is uploaded. Okay, after about 5 minutes, or depends on how long you cook your sayote, this is done. We've checked the seasoning. Okay, so this is ready to serve. You need also a lot of rice to serve this one. Okay, see, we just have enough color. If you want more sauce, then you can just add all of the 2 cups water. Okay,